we are your hosts, Elisa
and Mary,
and we have a special guest today.
Ooh.
Hi, I'm Trish.
Trish, yay!
Cousin, as you know.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
My cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is now episode...
Oh, I don't know. 7? 6.
I feel like it's like 7 or 6.
It's probably 7.
6,
Yeah.
7?
6, 7,
Oh,
you
no.
know.
I gotta go.
Oh, God. I'm sorry, kids.
Oh, no.
So embarrassing.
I think it's like episode 7 now.
Yeah.
And, it's been a while. It's been a long time coming.
Mm-hmm.
This is like an impromptu podcast taping, but we're glad you could be here with us today.
Yeah.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah.
I came straight from work. I'm here.
Oh,
That's
nice.
dedication.
Yeah.
I also came here straight from work downstairs because I work from home, you know.
Yeah.
I came from home, just sleeping.
Oh, she didn't.
Nice.
Yeah, okay, she didn't work.
Must
She
be
didn't work.
nice.
She didn't
No.
work. Yeah. So Trish, do you want to like introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah.
Some fun facts about you.
Oh, God. Okay.
Fun
Hey.
fact.
Hey.
Icebreaker.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm scared. Okay. Anyways, I'm
Don't
Trish. I'm Elisa's cousin.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of fun facts. Like,
I don't know.
How old
just
are you?
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Wow.
It's fun. I just turned 30.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm from Jersey originally. Then I moved here.
Arizona.
How long ago?
And then here.
Yeah, Arizona, then here.
Yeah.
When?
How long ago? Like,
Yeah.
I moved to Arizona in 2015.
Oh.
You got
Moved here 2017.
Wow.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
were only in Arizona for like 2 years?
For like 3 years, maybe? I don't remember.
Oh.
I think it was 2014 that I moved to Arizona. It's
Probably,
all a blur.
yeah, probably.
I blocked it out from my system.
Yeah,
I did not
Arizona,
like
is like anyway. So
Did not like
why
it.
would you want to remember Arizona?
Yeah, we blocked out from our memory.
Yeah.
It's gone. Yeah, and so yeah, moved here.
What is
Yeah.
it?
We're talking about ADHD.
Yeah.
You know, because some of us here in this room are neurospicies.
Yeah, neurospicy.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna call it. It's like
Wait.
neurospicy.
You never heard that
Oh,
before?
no.
Like
Yeah.
neurodivergence.
Okay,
Or they're like
okay.
little neurospice.
I want to make it
I like that.
neurospicy.
Yeah.
I
To
like
make
it.
it fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like just divas of the neurospice world.
Divas.
Slay queen.
Okay.
Diva.
Yeah, and so talking about ADHD, some of us have it.
Yeah.
Is this a genetic thing?
And I
Yes.
am
It's possible,
married to someone.
Married to someone who
Yeah.
does have ADHD.
Yeah.
So you see the other side of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, you know, how do we want to open this up?
Let's see. I can maybe open it up with an example of like what happens when like with someone that has ADHD and like a typical thing that happens in our life.
Okay.
Like with Jake and
or-
I.
Wait, or maybe we can first like talk about like what is
Okay.
ADHD.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is ADHD?
So ADHD is kind of like oh my god, I wasn't expecting to explain what it is. It's a different way of being is my
Yeah.
We'll just say what the
example.
ADHD is.
Yeah.
Attention.
So it's
Attention
attention deficit hyperactive
hyperactive.
disorder. But nowadays, there's different sides of it. You can be more hyperactive or you can be more inattentive, which is
yeah.
what I think both of us
Both
have.
of us have. A lot of women
A lot of women
are diagnosed with inattentive versus
Yeah.
like men usually get more hyperactive.
Right.
But not always, but just
Yeah.
saying usually.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's just a way of being. I don't really think that it's more of like a, you know, it's not a death sentence, that's for one.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Not at all. To be honest, I mean, it's just an interesting way of living. I think if I were to define it, it's kind of fun.
Yeah. It can be.
It keeps things interesting around
Yeah.
here,
Keeps
you
things
know?
spicy. Yeah.
It keeps things real
It
spicy.
just keeps you on your feet.
Up
And especially
here.
people,
Yeah.
partners of people with ADHD.
Yeah.
Keeps them on their toes.
The great
Definitely.
experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now talk to us about,
Yeah.
you know, on your side, since you are married to one, how would you define ADHD?
How should I explain that? I had something like an example ready based on just like it's nothing big, but it's like, let's say we are in a group chat and me and my cousins are like talking about planning things. We're like planning the stuff and like we're all like putting in our, you know, our roles and doing like planning stuff, whatever it is, if it's a trip or a thing. And then Jake would be like in it, and then out of nowhere he just drops out. Like there's like there's like it's just like radio silence, right? It's just like boom boom boom, like he's responding, he's like having great ideas, there's like all this like he's responding, and then it just like goes away completely. And then
hyperfixation.
And then it's just like radio silence. And so like and this is like a group chat, so obviously like I'm living with him, so then I'm just like, okay, I try to make excuses for him sometimes where it's like, oh yeah, you know, like I would be like, oh, ADHD, you know, like everybody knows that in our family. So it's like I'd be like, he's not that he's not interested, he's still in and he's still like doing that, but it just disappeared. So I guess that's an example of kind of like how it happens in a very like simple thing. But if I want to go into a little bit more in depth in terms of how it was in the beginning, it felt like the things that I thought he found of value or important to us in our life, I felt like he didn't care, because if you're forgetting about these things, then you must not care about these things, which is not true, obviously. It's like, I think in the very, very beginning of our relationship, it was like anniversaries, it was Valentine's Day, it was Christmas, it was things that I felt was important to us, our anniversary, like the things that I would think would like stick to someone that's important. And back then it was like, oh, he'd just forget it completely. Like it was Valentine's Day and I got nothing on Valentine's Day. It was my birthday and it was like, oh shoot, he's like going to the store last minute and getting these stuff, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, who am I dating right now? Like he
a monster.
He doesn't care. He doesn't like. So that was like more of the things that I realized in the beginning. And actually, he didn't get diagnosed until late.
Yeah, I remember.
So all that stuff was things that we had tried to like work through prior, not knowing that he had ADHD.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought he was diagnosed early.
No, he got diagnosed in 2018, actually.
So recently.
Yeah, 2018. So it was like a year into us being married.
Wow.
Yeah. And so it all made sense after that, like why I always felt like the things that he said he valued was like I always felt like he was just saying that, and like he didn't really value these things. And then and actually his job too was a pretty good indicator of his like need for like how he worked. Like he loved working in trauma, critical care. He's a respiratory therapist, so he like goes to all the like the very traumatic stuff, like code blues, code everything. Like he goes to that. So I remember thinking, like, if you can do all this stuff at work and like remember all these things that are important and that are like and you can plan and you can do all these things, I always thought, why couldn't you do that at home? And this was before he got diagnosed, and so I always like held it against him. And we'd always have like disagreements about it, and most of the disagreements was him feeling bad and me being like, I remember the one statement This was like a few years into our relationship. I remember saying, like, you keep fucking up. That was the one thing I kept saying, because I'm like, we keep going to this thing where it's
Over
like you
and
keep
over.
forgetting.
Yeah.
Keep forgetting this things
Sounds
that's
about
important to me.
Yeah.
And I thought it's important to him. But yeah, so in a nutshell, from my end of it, it always felt like you didn't care as much about these things, and so I always had to care more.
You know, funny you say that, because thinking back, like, on my other relationships, I mean, obviously there's a reason why they didn't work, but there were parts of me that, like, I'm thinking back now to some of those times, and I always thought that maybe I don't care enough because I don't remember these things.
It's important.
Maybe I'm not actually as in love with them as I thought I was, because why else would I not care about it? You know, like, why would I forget that? I shouldn't be forgetting that. I should always want to, like, engage, or I should always want to, like, do these things, but like, why am I not? And then maybe there's some half truths in that, like, that maybe I wasn't really as into them, but also I'm thinking that maybe it's also just because of my undiagnosed ADHD that's keeping me from that, but I'm putting more meaning into it than I thought, you know, that I should have. Yeah.
I mean, I feel the same way. I feel like in relationships, for example, and even in my current relationship, I go from like 0 to 100 with someone, and then back to like 0. So back then I was like, oh, I can't be in a relationship. I can't be like long term with somebody, because not that I would lose interest, but it felt like I had all these like big feelings, and I was hyper fixated. I was like, oh my God, you know, like something shiny and new. And then slowly but surely I would kind of like back off, kind of like what the group chat thing you're talking about. It was like, oh my God, let's do this thing, and you know, we're gonna be together, and we're gonna do this activity, and then all of a sudden it's just like, anyways,
radio
next. And and I feel like we don't, well, at least myself, like, I don't intend to do it. Even in relationships, I don't intend to be that way. But it's just something in our brains that, like, where we hyperfixate, or, like, I guess,
like something got your attention.
Hyperfixate, like, when you are just so set on something and, like, want to learn all about this thing. And want to do all these things about this thing. And then slowly but surely, like, it dies down. It can be, like, days, weeks, months. But at some point, the interest just like dies down.
Exactly.
Hobbies, relationships, work, whatever it is.
I just didn't think it translated to relationships, but I remember being like the serial like 6 month dater, and then I just like lose interest or something. And I think it is because of the undiagnosed ADHD that was like acting up. And also, now that we're talking about it, do you do this? Like, do you feel like you're kind of a love bomber? Like, when you fall in love?
0 to 100,
we're
back to 0.
freaking red flags, apparently. I was like, I think that's why I scared Johan away, because I was like too intense immediately. Like, I just, you know, I was like really into this guy, and all of a sudden I'm like, I want to talk to him. I want to fucking, he pops up on like the online thing on like, whatever, on Facebook Messenger or something, and I'm immediately like, hi!
Hey, what's up? Oh my God, that's me.
Embarrassing. Oh my God. Like, and I'm just, you know, I always want to be around him, talk to him. I always want to know everything about this person. I could be kind of a stalker in that sense. I'm not, but I'm just saying one might think I'm a stalker in that sense, because I'm like scrolling through like all his pictures and you know, wanting to know more about like what he's into, kind of thing. So it's kind of like a love bomb.
It's like looking in the mirror. Because I do that too. Did Jake do that?
Well, accountability moment. That's it. You know.
I would. Yes, I think there was. I think it was. I'm trying to. It's been so long. It's like 14 years ago. But
oh my God, yeah, that's right.
No, I'm like, yes, our thing was in Facebook Messenger, so we would like constantly be talking on there, and I mean, I guess the good thing. Well, so wait, So he would be really good at Messenger in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then as time went on, I was like, okay, like the text kind of like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it like would go away a little bit.
Yep.
The love bombers.
Yeah.
Just love bombers.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess the good thing about in the beginning, it was we both wanted more like to see each other. Yeah. It wasn't all about messaging or messenger or text. We were like, oh, we need to see each other. Yeah. So I guess that's the only reason why I'm like, I didn't feel it as much. But when we were apart, like the way he texts, it was just not there.
Yeah.
So
it was different too because we were long distance with our partners for a while. So it's like
you had to like communicate in that.
Yeah,
way.
But also I feel like that's why the novelty. Now, if we're talking about the the ADHD thing, the novelty took a while to wear off because we were long distance.
Yeah.
So it was always like the excitement builds, and then you see each other, and you're like so excited, and then the highs and lows were like extremes.
Yeah.
In the the long distance front, because you're like so excited, the dopamine's high, and then it plummets down after a while, then goes back up again. Hey. Keeps things spicy.
It does.
Yeah, keeps things interesting, I guess. But the love bombing, I think.
Yeah.
And, it might be different for for everyone because maybe me and Trish, our hyperfixation is love.
Yeah.
Ever think about that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
This is like the original simp, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not even gonna like bring up the poetry slam.
The slam poetry.
Wow.
The slam poetry that.
Yeah. And this was my hyperfixation on people is so bad because I would be like, I'd be like that. I'd be like 100%, like 0 to 100 on someone, and I'd be so obsessed and then I'm like, okay, anyways,
you're done.
What is the what is the cringiest hyperfixation you've ever done with someone that you thought you were in love with?
Oh, just like this person I was so obsessed with in college. The slam poetry. I was like so obsessed with this one person, and I would write poems and rehearse them and record them.
Aww.
And
was this during Tumblr days?
Yes. And I'd be like, one day I'm gonna read this but I never did. I just record it and play it to myself. I'm like, yeah, this is good.
Oh my God.
I found some like years later, and I told her about it, and I never live it down now because
you still have it.
I still have. No, I threw it away this time. I was like, this is over.
Yeah.
I think you need to find it. Like, I think you need to bring it back. Like, do one about Matt or something.
I'm gonna do one about Matt. Matt's my partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's do a slam poetry.
Maybe I
night.
should.
All of us. Let's just do a.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Not me.
Okay, record it and put it on.
I wouldn't know either, but I'll think of something.
Yeah.
I'll make a haiku.
Yeah.
About
Can I ask you guys some questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask you some questions? Is this question time?
Yeah,
Can we just get into that?
Let's do it.
Yeah, we can just dive in.
Okay, let's dive in. Okay, what were the initial emotions you felt when you officially got the diagnosis?
You want to answer that first? You got diagnosed first.
I got diagnosed first.
Mm.
I got diagnosed the last year of grad school, so that was 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And I had been trying to get diagnosed. I was actively seeking a diagnosis because in my mind, I knew something was wrong. And I always struggled in school, but it never showed up in my grades or my achievements until I hit grad school.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my God, why is it so hard for me to do anything?
Mm-hmm.
Especially because it was during COVID and it was all online. So all of the responsibility was on me to get my homework done, I had like 3 jobs. I was doing my 3 jobs. And so I was like, why am I struggling so much? Like I have to read a textbook page, just 1 page. I have to read it like 5 times to even register what I read. And half the time I would forget about it immediately, even on topics I was interested in. So like I was struggling so badly in grad school. I had like 3 incompletes. I didn't have any of my work done, and I kept looking for an answer. And of course, like I think a lot of us these days, like we'll Google it or look on, social media and be like, why does anyone else experience this?
Yeah.
And it kept coming up, ADHD. I'm like, it has to be this because it just resonated with me, like the not being able to get things done, always doing new hobbies, never being able to focus, and not just on school, but like my personal life, household chores, my relationships.
Yep.
And so once I tried to get evaluated at school with like the school psychologist, and then they told me I was too smart to be diagnosed.
No way.
Yes,
I mean,
that was her exact words. I did the evaluation, and the school evaluation is just a bunch of random standardized tests.
Too smart for who?
History tests,
Also,
like
that implies
patterns.
that people that are diagnosed are dumb.
I don't know.
What does that even mean?
Yeah.
You're too smart to have ADHD.
She said, you're in grad school. You have
Wow.
good grades. You've never had like bad grades.
No,
you
that's
made it
true.
all the way to grad school. And she's like, you obviously have, the ability to focus. And I'm like, no, because I have to listen to a 5-minute lecture. It takes me 20 times to rewind, watch it again.
Yeah.
To do anything. And so I was like, no, there's something wrong. And so I told my professor about it because I was going to school for speech therapy. And speech therapists work with people with ADHD. And my professor was like, oh, absolutely not. Like, that doesn't mean anything if you have good grades. It just means that you're good at masking. You're good at
and you've built like
catching up.
coping
Coping
skills.
mechanisms.
Procrastination for me is like when there's a deadline, and I think you probably have this thing too.
Yeah.
Once there's a deadline, you're like, she's like, yeah, that sounds about right. Once you have a deadline, you're like, okay, panic mode, now I can get it done.
Yeah.
But if it, anyways.
Mary, talk about it.
Yeah.
What?
Why did you agree so hard about me with procrastination, huh? Talk about
Yeah,
it.
she's
I
like,
mean-
yeah, that's right.
Talk about it.
Well, let me just say
Yeah.
this is a good thing where in PCC, when we did anatomy and physiology together, what I noticed at the time, and I've noticed this with people with ADHD, is that I would be, studying like for weeks.
Oh my God, it's like me and my
All the
sister.
time. Like, I'd be like, study, like do all this stuff. And then Elisa gets the motivation, like,
You
Um,
need
The
30
day
minutes before
The
the
night
exam.
before.
yeah,
test.
like
Yeah.
the day before or whatever. And then I remember thinking like, oh man, like this is not going to turn out good for you.
Yeah, I was definitely nervous.
Like,
But at the end of the day, it's like, oh, we got the same grade, or like we did
yeah, it sounds
I
we
passed.
did fine. Yeah. Or yeah.
I aimed to pass. I aimed for that C. That's
C's
all I
get
needed
degrees.
to keep my FAFSA.
like you got
C's get the
you did it.
degrees.
Yeah, but
you
I
got
did it. I
Yeah,
did
you got
well.
it through.
I didn't fail.
Yeah.
But I studied like an hour or like
Yeah.
a night before.
And then I always, had to remind you about the things that were
Yeah.
new.
Yes, exactly.
And with those things, you would be fine.
yeah, thank
like,
you,
you would-
Mary.
Yeah, you would
You
like
kept me afloat.
remember remember we have this assignment and like you do it and then it'll be okay.
Mary's just an ADHD ally. She's
yeah.
like her whole
I'm
life
so
she's
embarrassed
dealt with
about
people with
this.
ADHD.
But it's true.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when I took anatomy and physiology and Mary was not there anymore,
Oh no.
I failed it.
Failed? Like actually failed it?
Yeah, I failed it and
Oh my God.
I lost my FAFSA
Oh no, I didn't know that.
because no one was gonna remind me anymore.
Oh,
Oh, my
no.
God. Yeah, I failed anatomy and
That's
physiology.
Yeah.
It was the same.
As a nurse.
It was the same teacher too.
Same
oh my
teacher,
God.
right?
Yeah.
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 No,
And
that, I
then,
mean, I forgot about that, but yeah.
I failed that one, and then PCC, the counselor was like, "You need to take this study skills class." I am surprised though that she wasn't like, "Maybe you should
Study
look
skills
into."
class.
But it was like a study skills class, and it was like how to be more organized.
Yeah.
So like she did diagnose something was off, and that I needed more organization into like making sure that I know my schedule and
Yeah.
keeping everything tabbed up and whatnot. But I didn't go back to PCC after that.
Right.
That's when I started the LPN program, and I passed.
Yeah.
I graduated with that. But yeah, I mean, had she not like reminded me of that before or like told me to do
Yeah.
that class, yeah,
Yeah,
I
no.
probably would not
She was your support
have
system.
thrived.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
ADHD ally.
Yeah,
Mary.
yeah, Mary. Basically, now when I'm thinking about it, my friends have really kept me afloat through all these years.
I think, I appreciate all the people who kept me accountable.
Yeah.
Because my best friend in high school would have to do the same thing. Like, I'd forget about a homework assignment. She's like, okay, here, you can just copy my homework. And I'm like, okay, thanks.
Wow. Well, Mary didn't
always
do
forget
that.
No, I didn't do that.
Wow,
No, Mary's like, you better study it.
Not that much of an ally then.
No, she wasn't ally because she's like, you know what? Because she goes, you're going to be a nurse. I can't give you the answers.
True.
I need to know.
Oh my god.
I need to know for myself, girl. You know, I couldn't just copy off of her. You know who copied? Cindy.
Cindy.
Yeah.
I could never see her.
Also a
copy.
procrastinator. You know
Really?
what? Because she's smart. It's just like she would forget.
Yeah.
Because homegirl during high school was like working.
Oh yeah, working.
She was working at the
She had a-
laundromat.
Oh,
she had a
really?
new relationship.
Girl.
Yeah, she
Well,
was
that
in
was
love.
her year. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
okay. She was 18.
Yeah.
We might have to cut.
I was like, did you bring up the age?
That might have to be cut
backstory
out.
needs to be cut out.
Anyway, it needed to be said.
Ooh.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
I got diagnosed because I went to a specialist.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
later
yeah.
on, I went to a specialist and I was like, hey, they told me I don't have it. Like, can I just get a second opinion? And so that place was more holistic. They interviewed me, they interviewed my sister, they interviewed my professors.
Yeah.
And they asked all these questions. Yeah,
That's
they had
good.
meetings with my professors.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people try to get diagnosed, just to get diagnosed, or like the
get the
stigmas,
drugs.
to get the medicine, the medication.
Yeah.
And I wasn't trying to do that. I was just trying to
Yeah.
be fixed. I'm like, what's
Yeah.
going on? And so that place finally like recognized, like, yes, you do have ADHD.
Yeah.
And I started taking medication, and that's where I ended up now.
Yeah.
Still doing that. Still taking meds.
Yeah.
And then yours was like way later than me.
But your emotions. So relief,
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming.
ADHD. I'm like, oh, what was it again? It was such a big relief because
Yeah.
I was like, I knew this from the start, and nobody would listen to what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm telling you something's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if I'm a straight A student. It doesn't matter if I'm in grad school or I can hold a job, whatever. Like, I was like, I inherently feel like I'm lazy. I'm like, I had all these ideas about myself that were wrong because it was just like, it's not just my own, it's not my will to be this way.
Yeah.
Like, I always felt like such shame and like anxiety.
Yes.
And like, why am I like this? Like, it should be so easy. I can't even just like do laundry or do one homework
Right.
assignment. It's
Yeah.
like the hardest thing ever. So
Those
like,
are. Yep.
after getting diagnosed and like getting medication, I'm like, wow, is this how people feel? Like, is this
Yeah.
how normal people are? Like normal people are, neurospicy people,
Neuros.
Neurotypicals.
neurotypical
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
I'm like, can people just like decide to do something and then do it? Like, that's crazy. And when I got medicated and when I got the diagnosis, I was like, wow, like, I learned so much about myself, and like all of the negative emotions I had about myself kind of like lifted a little bit.
Yeah.
So that
Just a
was
little bit.
just a little bit, not fully, but like at least the parts of the thought I was just lazy, or like I was not a hard worker, because those things weren't true.
Because you
Well,
were definitely a hard worker.
It does, like on the side where I observe, it does seem like it's a very like ebb and flow type of
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
situation. So it's like I see like, oh, this worked, this is working, and then there's like, oh no, it like stopped working. And so
Yeah.
it's like a lifelong, I mean, what did they say? There's no treatment, but
Yeah.
you live with it, you manage it, you
Yeah.
manage your
Manage it.
ADHD,
Right.
and it just like, yeah, it's some days you're good, some days ADHD wins.
Oh, it's fine,
And
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an ebb and flow, like you
Yeah.
said. It's kind of just like you just roll with.
Yeah.
The thing about like ADHD is you kind of just roll with it. You're like,
Yes.
all right, today
Yeah.
I'm gonna be productive and I'm gonna do all these things.
Yeah.
And then like 2 hours later, maybe you're like, and now what's on Netflix? Like,
Yeah.
And the thing is, normal people experience that, but the difference is like when ADHD impacts all these different areas of your life, and then you really struggle with just basic.
Yeah.
things.
Yes.
So I
There's
think
a
that's
lot
kind
of
how
guilt
you
and shame in
noticed.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of guilt and shame tacked onto not knowing if you have ADHD or not. And yeah, I did have the same experience as you, but I sought to get diagnosis mainly as a joke. I was like, you know, because I remember some of my friends and, you know, my cousins are like, you might have ADHD.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, yeah, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, part of me was still like, I just don't believe it, you know, because, like, well, also because I was just really hard on myself. I think I'm just a piece of shit. So I was like, I don't think this is it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it might be worse, you know, like I was thinking ADHD had to be like really bad for it to qualify or whatever.
Right.
So then I was going through the process. I too also had that first experience where they didn't validate me. They were just like, you know, you might just need to go back into anxiety meds.
Yeah.
Because the primary and my primary care, they had me meet up with a psychiatrist over there, and you know, upon the first meeting, they were like, it might seem like you might just have to go back into your anxiety meds, because again, they did say, like, because one of the questions they ask is like, how were you as a kid, you know, how was your experience? Were you interrupting class? Were you doing this and that? And I'm like, no, I never really had that experience. But then again, my days, you know, in grade school was heavily managed by my mom, because she was like such a tiger mom. But until I moved here in the US and I was in charge of my own schedules, like high school, that's when things like went into such a big disarray, you know. So it manifested around that time all the way into adulthood. So yeah, I had the same experience. I went to the same place that you got diagnosed at, and then they interviewed my husband Johan, and then, you know, yeah, actually I was like, okay, they're gonna interview you, you're gonna answer, and he's like, yeah, you know, I don't know what I'll say, but you know, I'll do my best. And then as soon as like he meets with a psychiatrist, he's like, yeah, she's got a lot of piles around here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It becomes a roast.
I was like, excuse me, why am I being dragged in this conversation? Mind you, I'm right here. And she goes, does she have a lot of piles? And he goes, yeah. Yeah, she does.
Call it doom piles.
Yeah, those are doom piles.
Oh.
And I do have a lot of, you know, clothes, and don't even look behind us. Hobbies, all those things. But yeah, I think a lot of the feelings that I felt was more of like the relief, knowing that, oh, so I wasn't just a piece of shit. Yeah. I'm just a neurospicy piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, okay, that's fine.
Like, maybe I still am, but
exactly.
Yeah.
But at first I was still very hesitant about taking the medication. But I do know now that, like, this is a widely studied condition, and yeah, medication is really one of the biggest ways that impacts like how well you manage ADHD, along with therapy or like organization or like structure, you know. So you have to pair it with that. Otherwise it's just not going to work. But it was like a lot of relief, and I think for me, I was able to finally let go of all my expectations up here of what I need to be doing every day. Whereas like I have to meet certain things that everybody else was meeting. Like when you guys are talking about, you know, I talk to my friends and they're like, I already did this, and this in the day. And I'm like, I done nothing. You know? I woke up, I brushed my teeth, and that's really a win for me. But I now give myself like a pat in the back when I do end up doing something, you know, and I just roll with the punches. And the one thing that I've realized is I just start to embrace the chaos. I always tell people, like, normal people, when they work, they like the quiet, they you know, they do a timer or whatever, like the Pomodoro or whatever, or they have their calendar, anything like that. Whereas for me, I need so much stimulation just to be able to work.
To get through,
I need music. I need my phone. I need to fidget with my hands. Like I'm doing like 3 things at once just so that I could be productive at my job. Yeah.
Do you notice
that makes sense.
Jake is like that too?
Well, because the type of job he does.
Oh, right.
He works in the hospital, and he does the you know, trauma critical care stuff.
Yeah.
And so he works in the intensive care units and all this stuff. And it's like, okay, it made sense why he gravitated towards that type of job, and that he can actually manage a lot of things that he doesn't manage at home that are more simple. But at work, it's like, oh, you can lead these things. You can supervise all these people. You can make plans and like checklists, and like it's so, and you know, before getting diagnosed, I was like, you can do all this stuff, but you can't do the laundry or the list of stuff that I gave you to do or to help me out with. And you know, it's still a process, and now, because I mean, every day is a process when it comes to ADHD. It's like the management of home life and chores and things. So it's always going to be a thing at home. But I remember thinking, like, you can do this at work. How come you can't do this at home? And it was, to me, it always felt like I felt it was more, it was personal. There was a time where I felt it was personal, where it's like, oh, you don't care, or you just want me to do it, or you're just waiting for me. You know, you're waiting for me to do the stuff.
And mind you, I feel the same way about me. Like, I'm always also questioning, even before my diagnosis, I'm always like, how come I can do all these things when I'm at work, but now when I'm here at home, I can't even load a load of laundry. You know, it's hard to think about, like, how is it that you're capable of one thing and then not the other? And you do feel a lot of guilt with that, because it's like you can't even take care of yourself, and then you can't even take care of another person sometimes. And
especially
get
our
hit with
partners.
Well,
our partners really go through it, and it's good to see your perspective.
We have, I mean, let's just example. We have a key slot. There's like a key. It says keys, and it's like right there. It's like, keys right there.
He never puts the keys
walk
there.
it. No. So one of the things, it's a constant thing, right? So he's always losing his keys, right? There's this one time where he was, you know, getting ready for work, and then he couldn't find his keys to his car, and it's the only key we have to his car. And so we're just looking everywhere. And then, you know, this wasn't that long ago. It was probably like maybe like 6 months ago. It was like 6 months or something. And I remember thinking, like, my initial reaction is always like, oh my gosh, like frustration. Because it's like, I'm looking, like, how could you have lost the keys again? And I can't remember how many times it's been. But it's like, it's either, I'm like, it has to be in your fanny pack. It has to be. And he's like, oh no,
Shout out fanny pack.
Like, it has to be. Like, don't you put it like in there, or, because for me, I always put it in my bag or the key slot or the bag that I used prior. And for him, it's like, it could be on the dining table. It could be on, I mean, one time I found it in the pantry. It's like,
that's about right.
Or like, it's just like, it's wherever he thought to put it down in the moment. I don't know. I can't really. But I remember thinking, I'm so frustrated. And then I remember after I mentioned like how frustrating it was that you keep losing your keys, and it's like the last time I saw it was here and there, and it was not there. And he said,
oh my God, come on.
I remember him like being really frustrated with himself, and we ended up having, I mean, not really a fight, but I was like, why can't you just like leave it in your bag? Like, why, you know, it's like in my head, it's like a reflex for me to be like, you lost it again? Like, oh my gosh, like the wallet he lost as well not that long ago. And I remember him saying, like, out of frustration, he's like, you don't think this hurts me? Like, you don't think that this is something that like frustrates me as much as it does you? Like, he says, like, the stuff that you're saying probably about me, in my head, I am telling myself 3 times.
That's exactly it.
That's totally true.
Exactly
and it's like, and then he got like kind of teary-eyed, and I was like, oh shoot, I'm just like, oh no, I'm gonna like, because, you know, like, sometimes I can't catch myself when I'm frustrated. Like, I wear my feelings and my frustration on my sleeves, and I'm just like, and then when I'm looking for it, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, this is so frustrating. Here we are again.
Yeah.
And so I try to remember that moment, the way he looks, the way he's so defeated, and it's just about keys.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I can't imagine how that could be for any other thing. I mean, this is keys. But I remember one time he said the thing that frustrates him the most is the things that he actually values, like the things that he actually finds important in his life. That's the thing that he beats himself up about, is when he knows that it might look like it's not important to him, but it is important to him, and the fact that he forgot it, like he beats himself up about it.
Yeah.
And it's worse when he knows that I look at him and I'm like, here we go again.
Yeah.
I mean, they did say something about ADHD, people with ADHD, and the rejection sensitivity is actually really high for us.
Yeah.
So it's like we really feel like deeply about being rejected, and oftentimes we even anticipate that rejection happening already, and it really gives us like a lot of anxiety or just like feeling defeated. And freak, like I feel like I just experienced that same thing about losing my keys. Remember when I lost my keys for a whole damn week and I couldn't leave the house? And that also resulted in Johan being mad at me because I was late for like a hair appointment, and I had to like ask him to drop me off. It's the same thing, but
it is.
Anyway,
what does your ideal day look like when you have your ADHD managed?
Yeah. It's like doing the simplest things.
What do you do?
Yeah, I'm like, as we talked about earlier, it's just like I have this idea of what normal people can do in a day. Like, normal people can get up on time, do everything on time, get to work on time, do their job, not be distracted, get everything done by a deadline, and then go home and do chores and cook and go to sleep, you know? And that's probably not realistic for all people, but for me, it's like, for example, every day for work, I have a set time I'm supposed to be there, 8:30. I have to be there at least by 8:30. Every day, I'm there 8:45. Trish, we've talked about this, Trish. Like, I'm talking to myself. I'm like, Trish, we talked about this, right? We have to leave the house by 8:30.
Yeah.
Okay? And every day, 8:20, I'm leaving the house.
Yeah.
So it's just like constantly a battle between like, I know, and it's like what you were saying with Jake. It's like, I know I have to do this. I know it's important to be on time. I know I have to be at my job.
Yeah.
But every single day, it's also like a sense of time too, where it's like
time blindness is
time
real.
blindness.
Oh, the time blindness is
Where you're like, oh yeah, I can finish cooking a whole meal plus lunch, breakfast and lunch in 30 minutes when I wake up at 7:30.
Wild.
And it's like, yeah, I can do that. And every day I'm wrong, but every day I still do it. I'm like,
keep trying.
I keep trying. I'm like, I'm gonna beat that time. I'm gonna be done in 30 minutes.
Oh my God,
shower, brush my teeth, cook breakfast, cook lunch, and get to work at 8:30. And it never happens. So
not me trying to beat the time. I work from home and I'm like 7:58. Yeah, I'll clock in at 8.
Yeah.
I got this.
We'll sleep 2 more
I
minutes.
sit at 8, and then now the internet is acting up.
Yeah.
Now my computer is lagging, and I'm like, no! And I'm
you work
still
from
late.
home.
And I work from
and
home.
You're so late.
Yeah, and there are times that Johan would be like, don't you work? And I'm like,
You're like, yeah.
Huh? Yeah, I do work. You know what I mean? I'm like rushing. I've resulted into keeping like a toothbrush downstairs now
You know
because
what?
I have to like rush
Gotta do it
to
with
the
that,
office and like just brush my teeth down there and like
Yeah.
I have a hairbrush down there, all that stuff because I'm just
Yeah.
rushing to even clock in on time. And if Ashley, you're watching this, I am sorry.
Yeah.
Payne, if you're watching this, yes, I'm always late.
Yeah. If my job sees this for some reason,
Yeah.
my bad. I try. I really try.
Y'all know anyway
try my
because
best.
y'all are waiting for us
Yeah.
every single time. I am always late. But you know
Always
what? I never more than 15 minutes late, if you're wondering.
Yeah. Today I was like 15 minutes late.
But I'm just saying, if your cutoff is 15 minutes, let me know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me know.
I'll be there.
Work
Like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So when I'm medicated, I'm at work by 8 o'clock.
Really? Wow. Okay.
What an achievement. Being medicated is so nice because it just helps me kind of quiet the noise. My brain, when my brain is not on medication, it's like between like 5 million different things.
Yes.
And then the time blindness, and then the just working really hard to mask and be normal, what normal looks like to me. Is so hard on the daily until I got medicated, and I was like, wow, this is great. I'm like, I can do things. I can like pick up a sock off the floor and not like stare at it and be like, oh my God. And the thing about it is like you were saying with Jake, it's like we tell ourselves 8 million times, like, for example, a sock on the floor, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pick that up. And I pass by it every day and I'm like, I'm gonna pick that up. And I really want to pick that up, but for some reason it feels like the biggest hill to climb. You're like, it's just a sock on the floor, or it's just laundry. Like, all you have to do is just do it. And why can't I do it? And so
I feel so seen.
Exactly
I can see Mary's face over there. She feels not seen.
No,
right now. She's like, oh, the socks? So that's a thing? That's an ADHD thing? Because the socks are everywhere.
My socks are everywhere.
And mind you, I also have the socks problem or anything like that. I keep thinking, I'm always trying to devise a new plan to stop myself, to like notice the thing, I start putting something in the middle of the stairs. Guess who walks around it?
Same.
Oh my God. Or like if I need to remember something like a gift or like something, I have to give this to wherever, and I'm like, well, you know what, I always need my phone, I'm gonna put it on top of the phone. No. And then I just grab the phone and I'm like, where is the thing?
Where happened to it?
I just, it's seriously like it never existed in front. Time blindness, I'm still struggling with, even when I'm medicated, because when I'm really focused on something, I can also be time blind.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that means I'm really focused. I don't know what time it is. I'm just like, I need to see it through because I'm in the zone, right? But like if I'm unmedicated, the time blindness is also there where I'm like, fuck.
Remember that one time where I put Jake's keys on top of the donuts for his coworkers?
Yeah.
So I put like, oh, this is for your coworkers, and I put his keys on top of it. And I remember I messaged you, and I was like, how did he not see
it? It was a big note. It was a big note.
It was a note.
Yeah.
Okay, there was a note too.
There was a note. Yeah. It's like, this is for your like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, how did he not see that?
You see the keys. You zone in on the keys.
But I forget. There was something that you suggested was like, this won't work.
Yeah, because it needs to really interrupt thing. Because on top, because he can just grab it on top, right?
Yeah.
But it needs to be like, I need to like... It needs to be in his way.
And it's the thing is, the keys wasn't even it wasn't in the place where he usually would get it, which is on the slot. So it's not something that he probably
just like, oh, my keys, and then walked away.
I'm almost like, maybe you should do like the scavenger hunt for him. Or it's like, he's like, where are my keys? And then you're like, you put it on like where he usually gets his keys. If you're looking for your keys, you need to go to the other thing, right? Yeah. And then now he's like focused on the thing, and you're like, pick this donut up, and then like look inside. I don't know, something
under
where
the
it's
donut
like,
is the note.
Oh yeah, you should have
keys are in the closet,
or put it inside the donut box. Tape it in there.
But he's not gonna open it till later.
But the note will say like, if you put it on the key where he usually gets his keys, it's inside the donut box. Then he's now taking it with him, and then he'll just take out the keys and then get inside the car.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I've started, when I come here, I always leave something behind. Yeah. Always. And I'm like,
Mary does too.
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, like just, hey, can you bring me this thing? Or like, hey, can you take this thing to your sister, for example? Like this gift I was supposed to take to my sister.
Yeah.
I forget every time.
Yep.
I started putting it in the middle of the stairs.
Yeah, okay.
Like in the middle of the stairs.
So that worked.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, this is in my way. I'm like, well, now I have, the
so
gift
it has
bag
to be
is right
in the
here.
way.
It can't be on the side.
The only way.
It needs to be right there.
It's like our poor partners kind of have to deal with it. Yeah. And like Matt is like my checklist before I leave. He's like, where's your keys? Like, did you bring your keys? Do you have your phone? And then when I'm like, I don't know where my keys are, because we have a pencil case kind of thing to put our keys in. I never put it there, of course. He always does. I never put it there.
Yeah.
And he's like, did you check the closet? He's like, did you check the bathroom? I'm like, yes, those are my usual spots I lose them in. Yeah. And I still can't find it. I'm like, where is it? And it's always like under something. I don't know, on the couch, buried somewhere. And like, yeah, it's another thing where it's like, we know we're supposed to put it here. Yeah. But it's out of sight, out of mind. Like, if I'm putting something down, I'm not going to remember it's there. I lost my iPod for like 5 years. Yeah. And I found it when I moved out of my house because I was cleaning out my drawers. Wow. Yeah. And it was just there. It was just sitting in there. And I was like, oh, I thought I got stolen, or like I thought I lost it somewhere. And it was just in my cabinet. I just never opened it ever again, I guess. And
you should see me and Trish when we're working together, when we're crocheting.
It's so chaotic.
We're crocheting there in the living room. I swear every 5 minutes it's like, where's my hook? Yeah. Where's my hook? And both of us are like standing up, looking around.
It's like clockwork.
Yeah, or like if it's not the hook, it's the needle. If it's not the needle, it's the scissors. And we're always losing it at the same time.
We're just sitting there.
We're just sitting there. How did we lose it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We brainstormed like ways to fix this. Yeah. Like ADHD, living with ADHD for as long as we have is just like you just find coping skills. Yeah. And they're really like sometimes they're really out there. Like we were like, oh, maybe we should
like a string.
Make a string attached to the hook. Yep. So that we can put it on our wrist and never lose the hook. But you know like what?
Those babies so they clip the passies. Yeah, we should. We should just have that. You know.
But then I'll forget to clip it. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like Trish will always forget to fucking charge her fucking phone. Oh yeah. So we got her those things that where you can just charge in her car or like battery packs. Yes. No. She don't even fucking charge the battery pack. So fuck that shit.
It's always on 1%. Let's see how much percent it is. It's on 5%.
I also see. Here's the thing. It's like I'm trying to cope with it as best as I can. But you can only have like one of certain things sometimes, you know, like now I have in every purse that I have duplicates of everything.
Nice. Like what?
Like lip balms, you know, lotions or whatever. Right. But you can't have duplicates of like keys. Your card, your keys, whatever. Right. Your like wallet. Your wallet will always be there. So it's like, oh my God, like I would always forget certain things or like if God forbid, if I transfer like a new purse, you know, to a new purse, I will forget something. Oh, yeah. But now I always have to have like all of the other essentials. But now I keep like this is my purse, like little
house
box.
Purse?
Right. Well, no, I have a house purse, but I also have this like what do you call that? Like it's just like a little bin of like where I emptied my purse and I put the contents in there.
Yes.
Good idea.
So the purses are empty, and then when I switch to a new purse, I just put it back in the new purse.
Yeah,
that's smart.
And it's all in organizers now because I used to just fucking throw everything in a purse, and it's like a fucking mess in there.
Yeah, that's mine right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just find like weird coping mechanisms to fix the things that you want to fix.
Yeah.
You know, on TikTok, I learned that this, like, somebody was doing, like, unhinged tips or something. And she was like, I played the song, the Coconut Mall song from, like, the Super Mario Kart.
You told me about that.
And I tried that. And I was like,
works.
And
it gets faster.
And I was, like, doing dishes like crazy, dude. Like I would think, like, it was going to take, like, 30 minutes. It took, like, 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Because it felt like a game.
I mean, whatever works, I feel.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that I've learned being in a relationship now for 14 years and 9 years married next month. And it's like we have trial and error. Like we've like tried different systems, changed things. And if it didn't work, okay, we'll try something else. And I think the one thing that I appreciate is that he keeps trying.
Exactly.
Like we both keep trying and we keep like giving each other grace because it's really I mean it's hard, right? Like we're two different people and the things that like when I see something I'm like, oh, I need to do that. Like works for me, but not for him. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? So I mean it's gonna be I think probably a lifelong journey, really.
Yeah, I think you're just gonna seriously blessed for dealing with before you started dealing with your husband, you were dealing with me.
Yeah.
Like 20 years of this freaking friendship, and then now you have your husband.
Yeah.
So bless Mother Mary. But which actually is great. Like, I think we can kind of wrap it here, and in our next episode, we want to interview
the partners.
So we'll interview you, Mary, and how you're dealing with that. And I want you to share more of your experiences with Jake.
Oh, yeah.
And I really want to like hear Johan's side of things too, because I feel like you both really have to deal with us daily. Shoot, if Matt wants to come, we'll interview Matt, and
he'll have a lot to say.
Yeah, we can compare notes and like what's going on and how they're dealing with that. I think that would be an interesting like next episode on ADHD and living with someone, loving someone with ADHD, and learning how to cope when you have freaking 48 tabs open in your brain at all times. Yeah. Oh my God. So, anyway, thank you, Trish, for being a part of this pod. And it's fun. Yeah, see, our fellow Dink over here. Oh, she's another Dink.
Yeah, so. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not married, so.
It doesn't matter.
Shout out.
Please shout out Matt.
Shout out Matt.
Please.
Next episode in the comments.
Is that shout out Matt. Poll. Let's put a poll. Should Matt propose already? Yes or no? Comment down below. Is that what the people say?
Yeah.
Comment
like and subscribe.
Yeah. Like and subscribe, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next episode. Bye.
Bye.